Subscribe to our channel for tips and tricks and press the bell icon to stay updated.
Hi guys, welcome to my new video. In this video we'll be learning how to use Partition Manager GUI, that is graphical user interface. GUI Partition Manager, we can do this by both GUI and CLI through command line. So command line interface will be in another video. In this video we'll be learning using GUI interface. So let's get started. I am using Ubuntu variant of Linux. So the steps might be little different depending upon the flavor of operating system you are using. So in this we will be clicking on the application launcher and search for partition. You can see KDE Partition. So this is the tool which we are using for creating the partition in Linux. So it will ask for your system password. You can give your system password or the user password. So I have entered my password. It will now scan the disk. So disk scanning is completed and it's showing 3 disks. Actually 3 disks is connected to my system. 1 TB of hard disk and 500 GB of another hard disk and a 250 GB of SSD. So today we will be learning on this one, the first disk. Since both other disks are related to my operating system, I don't want to mess up anything on that. I will be using this partition, this disk. This disk is I have only kept this disk for data related things. And we'll be using this one. It already has some partitions already created in this. We'll be creating a new one. So this, as when I hover on this disk, it's showing that dev/sda. So this is identified as SDA. It's just a naming thing. So this is SDA, the next one will be SDB, and the other one will be SDC. If you connect a fourth one, it might be SDC4. SDD. Okay. So now you can, as you can see, already three partitions have been created. This is one, this is another one, and this is another one. Now we have 231 GB of free space. Here we'll be creating a partition of 100 GB just for learning purpose, and for that click on this unallocated space and you can click on new here, or else right click on this and click on new. So once you click on new, it will open a window like this, and here it will be like showing file system. Click on this and you can give ext4. So it's just a formatting thing. So we are formatting it as ext4. You can format it to ext3 to so anything like NTFS. So we'll be using ext4, and we can set the size. Here you can see the size. So this is the default value, that is, if you click on OK, it will use the entire unallocated space for creating the disk. But we just want to create something nearly around 100 GB. So we will be changing the values in MB. I'm giving here it as 106. So this will be fine for 100 GB. You can properly calculate it by multiplying it with 1024. If you want 100 GB of space, you can multiply 100 into 1024. Now we will give the permission to everyone, since every user in this system need to access the drive. We can give the permission to everyone, or if you prefer to keep it as root, you can keep it as root. Now before that, we can see free space before and free space after. So let's know what is free space before and free space after. So here is a slider. You can see when I slide this to middle, now you can see free space before is 67757 MB, and free space after is like this much of MB. That will be some 67, around 67 GB, something like that. So when I click, if I keep in this middle, we have an advantage. I will show you what it is. Just click on OK. Now you can see unallocated space has been splitted into two. One before the partition which we created and one after the partition, because we have placed it on the middle portion. Since we place it on the middle portion, this is splitted into two. And what is the advantage for this one is, see, there is a partition here of 200 GB. I wanted to extend it to 250 GB or something like that. For that I need definitely I will be requiring a free space. But since we don't, since we have kept unallocated space of 65 GB here, we will be able to extend this up to 65 GB. Some of you might be asking, we have a space and at the end, but we can use that. But in partitioning, this is the rule, we can't use this space for this one, SDA3, because it's after this partition, the partition which we are going to create. So when I click on right click on this and resize, you can see the free space after. We have this much of free space, so this can be extended till this. I will take 65 GB for example and click on OK. See, now you can see 259 GB can be extended for this SDA3. And now when you hover on this, 5 GB of space is free again. You can use this 5 GB or let it be. So that is the thing. But we will undo this. Now you can see the partition here. We'll edit this one. Click on resize and we'll keep it to the extreme left. So once we keep it to the extreme left, you can see free space before is 0 and the free space after is 130000. That is 130 GB, around 130 GB. Then click on OK. So now you can see unallocated spaces after the new partition. So in this case, we can't extend this SDA3. I will show you. When you click on resize, free space before is 0, free space after is also 0. So you can't extend. See, even the buttons aren't working. So we can't extend this drive at any cost. But since the new partition, after the new partition, you can see 126 GB of unallocated space. So that means you can extend for this partitions. You can extend for this one. You have this much of free space, you can extend if you require. Since we don't want that, we'll be using this one. And once you are sure that everything is done, everything is okay, once you are 100% sure, then only click on apply. Because once you apply, it's final. You can't do anything rather than deleting the disk or anything like that. Once you apply, it's final. So now since we checked everything, it's final. We are formatting as ext4 and we have this much of free space and it's a 100 GB drive. So approximately 100 GB. You can see 104. So we will be clicking on apply. It will give you a warning to just it's a final warning before applying. You can click on apply pending operations. So once you click on that, it will take some time. Now this is completed and your new partition is created, as you can see, /dev/sda4. This is a new 100 GB partition. You can verify this through a command line. through the command line. You can verify this by a command called lsblk. Click on enter. Now you can see SDA 404 GB is created. Also, you can verify the same by going to the file manager. You can click on this. See, there is a new partition of 104 GB created, as named as SDA4. So this is all about creating partitions, and if you want to delete the partition, it is very simple to delete the partition. You can click on this and delete, but before that you need to unmount this, otherwise it will throw you an error. I can show that. If you click on this and click on delete and apply, it will ask a warning prompt will be there. It will ask you to whether to delete or to cancel. It's like a final confirmation. So click on apply. As I said, you can see the error. It's aborted. Why? Because you didn't unmount the partition. Right click on this, click on unmount. So now it's unmounted from the system, and now you can click on delete and click on apply. Apply pending operations. Now the operation is completed, and click on OK. Now you can see the partitions has been cleared, and it's 231 GB free space again. So that's it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more interesting tips and tricks videos.